And speaking of laying off staff, if you worked for Virgin Orbit, you just don't have a job no more, because they are shutting down and having a bankruptcy auction, basically, which brought in about 36 million across multiple sales, which is not very much, all things considering. But Virgin Orbit was actually successful for a little bit, but Rocket Lab USA, a small satellite launch provider and aerospace manufacturer, bought Virgin Orbit's Long Beach headquarters which is 144,000 square feet, and they've bought a few other things. Now this isn't super shocking, and the now defunct Virgin Orbit started in 2017 as an offshoot of Virgin Galactic. If you didn't know, billionaire Richard Branson owns it. He owns, Virgin Airlines. He owns a bunch of other Virgin label and stuff like that. Used to be a bigger thing. And now its goal was the goal of Virgin Orbit was to use a modified Boeing 747 known as Cosmic Girl to deploy small satellites into low Earth orbit. But only 4 of its 6 flights were successful since its first in 2020, which is not a great look when you have players in the game like SpaceX who are more than capable of doing this and way more. And while this was a reusable thing, if you're only 4 and 6 successful, that's not great. SpaceX has a way better success rate. Blue Origin even has a better success rate, which people forget about them as well. Now, this company attempted to save money in methods like going public in 2021, most recently furloughing about 750 employees. However, that just wasn't enough. If you're not successfully doing flights 4 and 6, well, not bad is not super great. If your only thing you can do is get small satellites to low Earth orbit, that's not going to be enough. If you were going 4 and 6, but you were using an actual rocket that can go to the space station, go to the moon, can land and be reused, and bring satellites up there, they just didn't go broad enough. They went too niche too soon in the aerospace area of space. It's just not enough. Now, the company reported a 191.2 million net loss for 2022, and in April, they officially declared bankruptcy and laid off most of its employees. Now, it only earned about 36 million from bankruptcy sales, which isn't great, and most of that was 17 million, which they sold the airline, the 747 Cosmic Girl, to Stratolaunch, creator of the world's largest plane. A small satellite transport business launcher paid an additional 2.7 for Virgin Orbit's launch site. And yeah, I mean, it's too bad because I want more and more competition in this area, but it's still a little too early to go niche. There's not enough. The cost hasn't come down enough yet to make something like this where you can go this niche this early. It's just not quite there yet. And thanks for playing, but you didn't play hard enough.